If you'd like to sponsor Still Got Game, give us a call at 773-527-2961 or email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. Hey now! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Still Got Game, episode 574. Still Got Game is the official podcast of tooltoplay.com. I am, as always, Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
I am Chris Selden 007. Selden
playing the drums. I am Brian Shadow Emmerich.
That makes for great audio when you're trying to talk and playing the drums.
Sorry, what?
Yes.
Hear you.
Our audience must have loved
background
that.
music.
Yes. Yeah. But we're back. The streak continues. Another episode in a row. That's 2 after our last hiatus. And I assume we're going to be doing one next week, although I'll have to end a little sooner because next week from Sunday is Easter Sunday, and usually I end on Sundays. So I'll have to try to crank that in at some point. But we're continuing this new streak. And definitely by 2/3, 3/4 of the way through March, this is the most episodes we've had in a lot of years. So
We might actually hit 600 this year.
Oh God, I hope so. That's more than a half a year of episodes.
It's been a long time since 500. So.
Yes. All right, so why don't we just jump into the show proper, and we'll hop right in the mailbag for feedback and questions from last week's show. And if you're in chat right now, you want to drop something in there, we'll try to talk about that too. And if you want to leave us a voicemail, remember it will cut you off after a minute. Rosen comments. I don't know. Close enough. New listener here. I absolutely love the show, and it has quickly become one of my favorite podcasts.
Nice.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah. I would like it
we're
a
still
little
picking
more.
up new listeners. Yeah.
Yeah. If people that are new listeners say why they like the show, that would also be awesome to add to your comment.
This is the part in the show where Derek makes fun of our listeners.
It's in the outline. It says make fun of them and make fun of them and complain. Yes. Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, just drop like, hey, I love the show. That Selden guy, wow, I've never had a better person to listen to than that guy.
Wow. Selden's pretty high on himself. Selden, have we ever had a comment like that?
Absolutely.
Was it submitted by you?
Absolutely.
But yes. So thank you, our Roseanne. Oh, maybe it's Roseanne. For those listening that think I don't know how to read, it's capital R, capital O, capital A, capital S, capital N.
Maybe she's a rose and a nurse. Like, you got the R and I don't know.
I don't know.
Either way, thanks for listening.
Yes. All right. Next up, Petroleum Warrior asks, is the fact that your after show no longer has movies and TV shows a sign that another podcast of just movies and TV shows is coming from you?
Oh, you never know. Maybe.
This is what I'm talking about.
Maybe.
I think, the couple listeners that were complaining about that, I'm sorry, but it's kind of what we do. So I don't know. We can talk about other stuff too, but we're probably going to talk about that media-wise. That's just me. In the regular show, we're not doing another show. There's no way.
I'm out of the after show. Then I'm done. As soon as it's done, you guys can talk about TVs. I liked it without the TVs.
Okay, so Selden's also a non-TV fan. Yes. Yeah. So.
But
yeah,
no, that we definitely are not. No, not who knows. Maybe Derek by himself. I don't know.
If we just say who knows, we're not committed to anything.
Oh, right. Who knows?
Maybe. A solid maybe. Solid.
It's a solid maybe. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Maybe yes, maybe no.
You never know.
Maybe.
Hey, what's your brother doing? Maybe he wants to come on for a TV only show.
Yeah, no,
saying there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance is right. All right. Next up, Charisma Devil asks, what are you most excited to see this week at PAX East? Do you have any predictions about unannounced games?
Oh,
To
I
be
don't
honest,
know.
I'm not really excited about much. And I have no predictions about unannounced games. It was much easier in years past. Now you just never know what you're going to get. So
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's hard to tell what's unannounced. Like, Microsoft every now and then drops like, hey, oh, we got this big surprise AAA title we're gonna, release, but
no
it ends
one's
up to be
made
a
those.
vampire.
And no one's made those announcements. The only other time that, and it's a lot closer to the show, is usually on the Wednesday when I go pick up the badges. Um, they're already setting stuff up on the show floor, and usually if there's going to be some big surprise, there's already a booth set up that's covered in like a giant tarp or something, so you can't see what's inside, but you can see whose booth it is. And then you're like, oh, well, Microsoft's going to have something this year, or Blizzard's going to have something. Like that was the year that Blizzard did what was their card game? I forgot what it was. It was one of those like deck builder games. I played it for a while, but that was the big surprise announcement at PAX East that year. But the Blizzard booth, all you saw was the Blizzard thing hanging from the ceiling above the booth, and then the booth was entirely encased in tarps. So, um,
Hmm.
but who knows? Hearthstone. Hearthstone was the game. Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I'm excited to see more on Fable if they show that, but I don't know if Xbox is really gonna have big, gonna be there, right? I mean, are they really?
Yeah.
Do they do much now with PAX?
They haven't done much the last couple of years, not since Larry left. When
Yeah.
Larry was there, he would always, there'd be a booth presence. He would be working, well, making appearances in the booth, if you will. He would also do that podcast live when it was still Major Nelson Radio. But things have changed all over in that front at this point. So
Well, now that he's back with Commodore, maybe he'll be coming to PAX East with Commodore.
you never know.
A little River Raid coming at you on the Commodore.
Isn't River Raid Activision?
I don't know. I just threw out an old game.
An old game you played on the Commodore? Yes, yeah.
I'd be interested to see what new games the limited run games might be showing off, just because they're gonna be there.
Yeah, they always have a booth presence. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they'd announce anything new or it was just they'll sell off their stock they have, but don't really know.
No,
I don't know.
Yeah, sorry, Charisma Devil, I got nothing for you. But after the show, I'll have stuff to talk about. So
yeah, definitely talk about that next week.
Yes, next week. All right. And last but certainly not least, Altius asks, last episode you discussed Project Helix, and more details have come out since GDC. What are your thoughts on the estimated price point of $900 to $1,200 versus the PlayStation 6 at around $600?
Well, I
we
mean,
know
I
how
think
you
they're
feel.
really,
Yeah.
I mean, they're really pushing. If they do, I really don't think it's gonna be $1,200. But if they do push it more to like $999 or something, they're really pushing it into. If you want a PC, if you want to buy a PC, which are crazy price now, why don't you just get this instead? And it's as powerful as some lower end PCs. You don't have to build it, and it'll play your games. And then if you want to not do that, you can get Xbox Game Pass, and here's all the devices you can play it on. It's like the whole, well, if you can't, if you don't have an internet connection, we have project, a device for you. It's the Xbox 360.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. I think
Yep.
that's kind of what they're going to do. It's everything. It's going to be the Xbox Helix or whatever, and then it's going to be the Game Pass. It's going to be the Series S of this generation.
Yep. No, I could see that.
And then PlayStation 6, I mean, are they really going to be $600? Because right now their system's $600. And it's going to be even more powerful, and they're going to have the Pro still out there at like $700. They're really going to price it underneath the Pro. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be $600.
Yeah, I know that's what the rumor mill is pumping. I don't know a whole lot about the PlayStation 6 price. I do know that I've heard good things about the Helix hardware. Like that AMD graphics that are integrated into it. It's like a silicon on chip thing for both the CPU and the graphics. But apparently, that graphics setup is supposed to be on par with an NVIDIA 5080, and some of the stuff is supposed to be better performing than on an NVIDIA 5090. So graphics wise, I know last week you said the graphics are not a big deal and we don't need to keep boosting graphics, but
Well, I said that for kids. Kids don't care as much. And
kids
kids
don't
are the
care,
ones
yes.
playing the games. Then
yeah.
more often than not, kids are playing the games. I mean, not always. Obviously, we are here, but and it's getting spread across this generations. But really, I mean, I don't think people care as much about graphics because they've sort of reached that peak of looks good enough and let's get some good games, or they don't care about it, like Roblox, which
Yeah,
sucks, but
yeah.
they play that. So
Yeah, either
I
way, I'm getting one day one.
I
Probably
think
both.
sorry, Sheldon, I don't mean to take up the time. Do you have stuff to say or no?
No. I'm just
Okay.
I'm not
Listen,
planning on probably picking one up day one at this point. I don't see a need for it. But honestly, coming down to the price point's not an issue with it. At $1,200, I'm like, the cost of everything has gone so fucking high, on everything that you're doing these days. 1,200's not unreasonable anymore, to pick up a piece of equipment. As often as I use my Xbox, which is daily for hours, like it's a reasonable investment at $1,200. Like it could go 1,500, it could go almost 1999. I mean, as much as I use it, I just don't have a need for that coming up in the next couple of years. So
I think the thing is like thinking of it as okay, in 2005, people were spending how much did the Xbox 360 launch at? Like
$499.
no,
I thought it was
maybe
$399 and
$299, maybe
$299 and
$399,
$399. Yes. So
maybe.
the shitty one was $299 and the other one was $399.
Yeah, and I'm even
Because the
surprised it was that
PlayStation
much.
launched at $499 and everyone thought that was the most ludicrous thing in the world. And if you remember this.
I don't remember it launching at $499.
Yeah.
I thought it was $399. I thought it was the opposite,
Mm.
but I mean, at that point, you're thinking, okay, this is a game system. It's just kind of quote a toy, and so you don't want to spend too much. So yeah, you're right.
yeah, but you
So
look at it,
399 and
you go out to
499.
you go out to dinner these days. It's for a family of 3 or 4, it's going to cost you $150.
Yes,
It's
but
just
yeah,
like
no,
so
I'm
you're talking
Two people $150. Yes.
right. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you got to equate it out. Like okay, so that's 10 meals. That's 10 times out. It's like it's not that bad of a
Yes, but
fucking
eating is
price.
a necessity,
Like,
and gaming isn't.
for as much
I mean,
entertainment as I get out of it.
that's true, but it is sort of like, well, if we're saying this is how much it cost 20 years ago, have things quadrupled in price and have salaries gone up quadruple in 20 years? No. So should a game system be quadruple the price that it
It's not
was
just a
in
game
20
system
years?
anymore. This is your streaming box. This is
It is though.
everything.
I mean,
Is
the
you come down
360
to
had
yes, it plays video
apps on
games,
it
but you're
too.
talking the Helix, everything they're putting in it. It's going to be the best device you have on that TV.
You can
Next
play
to the
The
TV
360 was
games.
back then too. It was the best
So-
device you had on that TV. So was the PS3. It played Blu-rays. It played all the streaming stuff that was available at the time. So it's the best thing that was available at the time, and now this will be the best thing. But I think it's just eventually you're going, well, just a little bit ago, these were like $200 or $300, and now they're going to be 1,000. Just seems like a huge jump. Although I will
But
say the other side of
Game Pass is $40 a
I
fucking
I
month.
agree.
Oh my
Well, it's
goodness.
30, but yeah, I agree. It's too much. Everything's too much. But I agree on your side of it is that, well, look at phones. I mean, phones are $1,000 now,
14,
and people replace them. Well,
1,500.
if you're not D-Smooth, you're replacing it every 2 3 years or something, not every year. But even still, you would have for at least 5 or 6 years probably before you get a new one. So in that way, it's not that expensive because it's what, $200 a year. But
Yeah.
I don't know. So, but
But
I
at
see
least
both
We
sides
can
of it.
rationalize this. Yes. Yeah.
If PlayStation 6 comes out at $600, it's the Temu of consoles at this point because it's the cheapest garbage bin price point. So
Yeah. It makes it look worse than it is because it's too cheap.
Yeah.
That's one way to look at it. I had not thought of that approach.
I mean, at this point, the Switch 2 is $450 for the base model. So, and that's, way underpowered compared to those. So,
hell, a Series S is like 3 something now, and
and that's what I'm saying. I don't think
$250. Yeah.
I don't think the PS6 is going to be 600. I don't think that's possible. But we'll see.
Yeah, like I said, I'm all in Altius. At least one.
I'm all in for the price point. I have no problem with it. I'm just not getting it because I have no need for it. So I might just quit gaming.
I buy plenty of shit I don't have any need for. And Selden, you can't quit gaming. You're addicted to the shittiest titles on the planet.
No, we're going to go full TV podcast. We're getting rid of video games, and we're just going to talk about TV. So, too old to watch TV.
Selden definitely won't be getting it right away. And I'm one of those, I gotta have the newest thing type of guys. But if it's $1,200 and there's no new games out that I have to play on it that aren't on the Series X, then I might not. I might just wait.
Well, there are tons of games you can't play on the Series X because there's going to be all the Steam games.
We don't know Steam's going to be there. I still don't think it's
okay,
going to be on
we know the Epic Game Store is going to be there.
The Epic's Game Store will be on there, but everything that's on there is also on the Xbox. So it's more like, do you own these games? You can also play them on the Xbox.
Yeah, I still think Steam's going to be on there. Just saying, I'm making the call right now.
If Steam's
Steam
on
opens
there,
up a whole new world of shitty games for me. It's going to be great.
If Steam's on there, just say goodbye to the Steam sales because they won't allow you to buy a game for $2 when you buy it, or you buy it for $6, or you buy it for $60 on the Xbox. There's no way. Is Selden just like totally glitching out from?
Yeah, he glitches all the time. Yeah,
it's been bouncing a lot today. So.
Yeah, the less you move, the less it max headrooms you. So yeah.
I might have to move up to the other computer upstairs for next week's podcast. This one's on its last legs.
Apparently so. Yeah.
Yes.
Especially where you froze up last week and stroked out because you opened a web page. Like that's you should be able to like I have shitloads of web pages open here, and I'm streaming a show, and I've got a Zoom call going, and I've got an outline here. Yeah, you should be able to do that.
So LTS at this point, it is I'm a maybe, Selden's a probably not, and Diesel is a definitely
always
one at least.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
One for the kids, and one for the other kid, and one for the other kid.
The kids are old now, so now we don't have to buy 6 of everything, which is nice. So yes. Well, if any of you have great questions like these folks, or Charisma Delverl or Altius, give us a call, 773-527-2961, or email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. And on that, why don't we hop on over into what we're playing? Selden, what kind of garbage have you been playing this week?
I continue my playing of the Ark Raiders. Still loving that game. Got in a good session on Saturday morning. It was fun. Got through a lot of stuff that I wanted to accomplish. And then I went back down to the console and I picked up and I started playing this game called Mini Shoot. Now, Mini Shoot is on Game Pass. If you look at it, it looks like a Minecraft ripoff. But let me tell you, this game has nothing to do with Minecraft. And I don't know why they chose that box art. But
it really looks like it.
It really, really looks like
it's to sell it. It's to sell it for sure.
But let me tell you, if you've ever wanted to play Zelda as a twin stick shooter, this is the fucking game you got to play, man. This game is so much fun. It gives you that Zelda feel by the boards that you go through, the missions you go through, the mini bosses you fight. But it's twin stick shooter. So you're flying this little spacecraft around on the planet and you're driving with the left stick and you're fucking shooting whichever direction you want with the right stick. I'm telling you, man, this game, I thought it was a joke. I thought it was generic. I popped it in just to see what the fuck it was because I thought it was a Minecraft bullshit thing. And let me tell you, I started playing this game and it was fucking entertaining as hell.
Are they paying you for this?
No, they aren't. I'm just telling you, man, I'm positive about this game. I am loving Mini Shoot and it's a lot of fun. So it's it's got that RPG element, like you can keep upgrading your gear.
I thought it had a second word in the title that I made fun of you about.
Mini Shoot Adventures or something like that.
Mini Shoot Adventures. Yes, that sounds
so
like
I'm telling you,
quality
man, if you ever thought about playing Zelda as a twin stick shooter, this fits that niche. And even if you didn't ever think about it, you got to try it. It's a lot of fun. So,
Mhm.
but that's about all I've been playing. How about you, Brian?
Wow.
So I jumped back into Indiana Jones and the Great Circle and started the DLC, which
Oh,
I hadn't
nice.
played yet. It came out a while ago, but I just never started it and decided to jump back into that. And I went through all of that and 100% it, and it
Of
was
course you
great.
did. Yeah.
And I did, of course I did. And because I had to get back my 100%, because I had 100%, and then I started it, and then I was down from 100%. I got to
Oh,
get back up.
I see. Yeah, yeah.
I hate it. I
The
hate it. I'm
mental
like,
game.
do I want to start this? Because if I'm not going to finish it 100%, then I'm not going to start it.
Yeah.
No, but I'm like, whatever. Indiana Jones. It was great. The main game's great. That whole game is just amazing, and I'm pretty sure it sold well enough to make a sequel. I think they're gonna make a sequel to that. So good. This is really the way forward with Indiana Jones because Harrison Ford's too old for it now, and let's face it, the last two movies weren't very good. So, yeah, and the voice acting is just so good. It sounds just like, and I'm
Nice.
just amazed.
A question:
I,
like Indiana Jones is on Game Pass, so that we all got a chance to play it. The DLC that's not on Game Pass. You still have to buy that extra, right?
yes, you have to buy it extra, but because originally when it first dropped, it was like, oh, you have to just buy it as a package altogether, and then they let you buy it separately like a week later. And I can't remember much. It's not too much. I want to say it's like maybe 15,
20.
20 bucks. It's not terrible, and I think I got it on sale. So yeah, I mean, it's up to you whether it's worth it or not. The main game is probably enough for most people, and this is just sort of like a mission that is an extra thing before the ending. It's you have you find some priest talks to you and says, "Oh, I need you to do this for me," and you go do that, and it can be any point in the story. If you are further in story, it's better just because you have better items and
Right.
things that you
Yeah.
can use and abilities. But I believe that you don't. It doesn't matter when you really start it. So. Uh, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Like
I liked it. It was good.
I finished the original Indiana Jones, and then there was the one puzzle right at the end that was like the light bright board on the right hand side that
Yeah,
you had
yeah,
to
yeah.
collect all the things throughout the whole game. I started to look at that, and then I got frustrated. I'm like, "Fuck this! I'm done." So
Just
I
look it
am
up, man.
interested in
Nice,
the
nice.
DLC, but I just don't know.
No,
Yeah,
just look it up. It's not worth it. I think I looked that one up. It's like, yeah, I could do this. It would take so long. I don't want to. So
right.
Yeah.
I had all of the pieces, so I just was like, well, I'll just do it. But I'll just look it up. So I did all the pieces by myself. It was so many things, though. Anyway, yeah, I recommend that. That's what I played this week. Most of the week I was playing that. So I jumped back into check on a few things, but I sort of just went through and cleared out some games that I had already finished and also downloaded some stuff that I needed to and just sort of did a maintenance on all my consoles to kind of get them up to date. I went back to my Switch
Hmm.
2, which I hadn't played in a couple weeks, and it was frozen. And so
Ah.
I had to reboot that, which I had never seen before on the Switch or the Switch 2. It's very weird. So I
Hmm.
just shut it off and turn it back on. But yeah, Indiana Jones DLC is decent. If you have the money, I'd say go for it. If you want to finish it up, it's a good mission. I mean, I think it all in all maybe 3 hours. Well, with cleanup and stuff, maybe more than that. But if you want to get everything, but it's good. How about you, dear?
Nice. Well, I did not play any Split Fiction this past week, but that is scheduled for tomorrow night. But I did play some more WWE 2K26, and of course, I played Black Ops 7, which is still awesome.
Black Ops 7. Is that some sort of
It's a Call of
Battlefield
Duty game.
game?
Yeah.
Call of
It's one of
Duty,
those
like
8-bit
Yeah.
games.
like
Like
Duty
Duty
Rock?
Rock, yes, just
Oh,
like that.
I'm sure he loves that game.
Yeah, so basically my usual. Like I was literally playing Call of Duty before you guys were ready. So I just
Nice.
flip the input on this monitor in the middle and bang through a quick game. I got play of the game. I was the top scorer. We won. The usual. You know how it is. Yeah. But yeah. Yep.
No,
Other than
because I
that,
stopped playing Call of Duty games a long time ago.
because people like me kick people like you's ass.
I would
I was
love to
tired
get
of
in a
playing the
one-on-one.
same maps for 17 years.
I'd love to just get in a 1v1 match and just get murdered by Derek just over and over again. Like I'd spawn kill, spawn kill, spawn kill,
Yes,
spawn kill.
well,
I mean, only if it was on shipment though. Or shipment? No. What's the one you play?
Nuketown.
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 I could also play Shipment if I had to, but Shipment's not in this one. So, but I do know Shipment like the back of my hand as
Wait,
well.
they don't
so,
have
yeah.
shipment? Like,
No, because
that-
Shipment is
that's a staple
technically
even more than Nuketown.
Shipment is technically an Infinity Ward map, and Nuketown is technically so a Treyarch map. But the twain met at one point in a Infinity Ward title where they allowed Nuketown in, but I don't think it's gone the other way, or maybe it has, but I was too busy with Nuketown, so I don't know. But there's definitely no
Fascinating.
shipment. I haven't seen shipment, so yeah.
What if they combine Nuketown and Shiptown as neighboring villages that you could play between the two of them?
Shiptown.
That would be weird.
Do they have like a level creator like they do in Halo?
No, they don't allow that.
Oh,
No,
so you can't do
no.
custom maps.
No, you
Okay.
can't do Forge. No.
Oh, that sucks. You'd think they had done that by now. But I guess
Eh,
they probably couldn't find a way to make money off it, so they said screw it.
yeah, why put the effort in? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
All right. Well, on that, why don't we hop on over into the new releases? First new release out this week is Life is Strange Reunion. This is out for the Xbox, the PlayStation, and the PC. This is a direct sequel to 2024's Life is Strange Double Exposure. I haven't played any of the Life is Strange games, so
Like Life is Strange 2 just came out and I'm still kind of playing through it. Why?
No, that came out like 10 years ago.
yeah, that's a long time ago.
Oh wait, no, I'm thinking never mind.
The double exposure one?
No, I'm never mind, ignore me. I didn't say
He was
anything.
thinking of a completely different game, I believe, is what Selden's trying
You
to say.
don't need their identification.
Yeah.
High on
okay.
life. Sorry.
Oh.
I saw the word
Oh,
life and
okay.
it threw my brain. I'm like, wait a second, they just came out with High on Life too.
Shadow, you played these games though, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't even
played.
go for a toke before the show. Jesus.
I played all of them, 100% all of them, I think. And yeah, I love the first game a lot. And I played 2, I played 3. Well, it's True Colors, I think it's called. And then they did this past one, which was okay. Not my
So it's
favorite.
Diminishing returns as they go along.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. With this story, at least, I don't know. The last one just didn't seem necessary. I'm gonna play this last one because it's the final one, and it sort of wraps.
Oh, I
up
did
the
not
story.
know that. So it is the final
Yeah.
one.
It's
Until
the
they
they've
want to
said
make
it's the
more
final
money.
one.
Yeah.
Now they said it wraps up their story. So the main, I'm not going to spoilers for people who haven't played it, but there's a main girl and there's her friend who in one reality her friend dies and one she lives, and you have to sort of choose that after the end of the first game. And in the second game, it's just assumed that the outcome was that she did live, but that they don't actually really see each other anymore. They're not like friends anymore. And that screwed with a lot of people because they liked the ship of those two together. I don't care about that, but a lot of people didn't like that, and so they didn't like 2. I didn't like 2 as much, or 2. I say double exposure, but I didn't like it for a couple other reasons. It's not the best. It's okay, but we'll see. I mean, I'm definitely gonna get this because, like I said, it's the last one. It wraps it up, and I think they're good at these type of games. Although sometimes their stories aren't quite as great on different ones. True Colors I thought was really good. I like that story a lot. The conceit with these Life is Strange games is that well, the first one you can rewind time, and the second one I forget what the power was, but it's slightly different. And then this one I don't know what it'll be, but there's always some sort of power that the main girl has, and it's used to fix things or change events or something like that. So
The first one took place in a high school, right?
yeah,
And the
then
second one took place in Maine up by a lighthouse in a little village, right? There was a diner.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
village,
Or the
and the
double
railroad
exposure one.
tracks. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and yeah, And it's like 10 years later or something or whatever.
Bro.
I think it was like 10 years later because the first game had come out 10 years ago, and they said, well, it's real time. It's going to be way later, and they're all
Yep.
grown up now. And anyway, yeah, I'll play it. I may again just wait for the for a sale, but we'll see. I mean, I have so much stuff to play, but it's only like a $40 game, which is not too bad.
All right.
Although this sort of game usually kind of goes on sale pretty quickly after a couple months. The one thing that bugged me with the last one, because I'm, an achievement guy, is that they had the like the pre-order version was a little more, and you get this one DLC, and all the DLC was this one like tiny side story with a cat in it. And it was
Yeah.
$20 extra, and you got but two of the I think it was one or two of the achievements were tied to that DLC. I never bought it because I'm
Ah.
like, I'm not paying $20 for two achievement points or whatever it was, 50 points. And so that kind of pissed me off. Like, what are you doing? Don't tie stuff
Mhm.
behind DLC. That's that dumb. But so I never bought that, but we'll see how this goes. This one probably has the same sort of thing, unless they got too much backlash off that. People like cats, so they probably just bought the DLC.
Yeah. Most
So
people
Shadow
do.
doesn't like cats. We got it. All right.
I
Yeah.
don't, I
Yep.
don't have a cat. I'm
Ah,
allergic, so is my wife. Very
yeah.
bad.
Yeah. I love cats.
Except
Except during the show when I lock them out. But yes. Uh, all right. Next new release out this week is Marvel Maximum Collection, out for the Xbox, the PlayStation, the Switch, and the PC. This is from your pals over at Limited Run Games. It includes 6 games, everything from arcade games to you name it. It's kind of not new things, but it is a new thing. Um, I don't have interest in this, but um, this seems right up
Cool.
Shadow's alley.
Nah,
No,
it's not, but I appreciate it. I'm one of those that from afar goes, that's really cool. People who like this stuff, I'm really happy for them.
no,
Personally, I don't really care, but I'm glad it exists. And I do like when arcade ports come home because a lot of those arcade games just, if they came home, it was in a bad port into like an NES or something, or
yeah,
Super Nintendo even, where, yeah, it's sort of like the game, but it's not as good and it never will be. Now they're able to just take those arcade chips and just pull them straight out and just emulate them on a system, which I think is
mhm.
great because a lot of those, some of those are just gone forever. And no, I don't think these ones necessarily were any of them,
No, they
but they do
probably
have,
all exist in MAME.
right. Well, but I
Yeah,
mean, like, for home systems.
yeah, no,
X-Men
no,
the
yeah,
arcade game, it's the arcade version. I'm not sure if that's been out yet or not off the top of my head, but I do like when that sort of
yeah,
thing happens. Because yeah, there's Captain America and the Avengers arcade as well. A lot of these looks like at least 2 of them here are the arcade versions, which is
yeah, yeah.
what I'd be interested in because I don't know, Super Nintendo, Sega, Mega Drive, NES, those are all
We
easy
all
enough to
played
get.
those. Yeah, no.
But arcade versions, you can't play those at home unless you have a port of it or you have a something like this, or if you buy a system. So, or if you do it other ways, but
Yeah, yeah.
we don't condone those ways here
The MAME
at
ways. I think
Spill
MAME
That
is
Game.
legal. Like,
I don't know.
just
Maybe it
acquiring the
is.
ROMs is not, but it's a
Either
gray
way,
area.
yeah,
It's a gray area.
yeah.
Yep, yep,
But cool for people who love this stuff.
yep. All right, last new release out this week is Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection, out for the Xbox, the PlayStation, the Switch, and the PC. So this is basically the 3DS games that were Mega Man Star Force. But they did actually have to do some work because these being DS games, they took advantage of the dual screens. So they did some merging of screens and some other voodoo magic, and somehow they got this to to not be completely like a hack version, but
you have to turn your TV sideways and play it that way.
I think that's great.
Yeah,
I mean, stuff like this, I love it because a lot of the DS games are sort of, it's one of those things like now the Virtual Boy you can play through the adapter on Switch Online. But before this, it was the Virtual Boy and then the DS. A lot of that stuff you couldn't play anywhere else because it was tied to the hardware type.
Yes.
It was like the Wii stuff as well. A lot of the Wii stuff got ported over to where you don't have to use motion controls.
Yeah.
Here, this gets ported over to where you don't have to have the touch controls, or they're different, or they're on another screen, which I think is great
Yeah.
because some of that stuff otherwise is just dead. It
Yep.
can never come out anywhere else. So that's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, I'm not picking this up, but I do
No.
appreciate it exists. So
Yeah, I'm not a Mega Man guy, really. I appreciate it, but I never got into it. It was always when I was a kid, it was always like those are the really hard games. And they weren't fun to me because I would just die instantly, or I'd get to the boss and die, and I don't know. They just never really interested me, but I'm glad they exist. I'm glad people who love this will get this because I'm all for keeping games alive and preserving them. So good. Good.
nice.
I'm glad for this.
Selden.
It's a hard pass for me. I don't know.
Fair enough.
I hate this game. I hate
Yeah,
everybody who likes this
I played
game.
Mega Man. I love
Yeah.
Mega Man and its original vision of it in the games. I just,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I got other shit games that are innovative.
I
don't
have
wanna see
garbage
big-
that I would
Gotta
rather
play
play.
Power
than
Worlds
buy-
and
yes.
whatever.
No, it's just
Yeah.
I like innovative new stuff. I like new IPs and sometimes going back to the old stuff and just rehashing it doesn't interest me.
All right,
Fair
fair
enough.
enough. Yep. All right. Then on that, why don't we hop on over into gaming news? If you're in chat right now, you want to drop a news story in there, we'll try to cover it. Otherwise, you're stuck with what I have put in the outline. So first off, Xbox Showcase event announced for this week. Now, for those who listen to the podcast version, you're probably not getting this because this show will be out after it's over. But the event promises brand new reveals and Game Pass announcements, which seems either ominous or corrective action. I don't know. It is odd that they put this Xbox Showcase up against the first day of PAX East, the day that has the media hour and everything else in the morning. So weird timing choice, but I am excited to see what they cover during this showcase. I'm curious to see if they talk about Project Helix. I'm super curious as to what these Game Pass announcements are going to be. Maybe they're adding more tiers. Maybe there'll be like 6 tiers. Because that's what everyone wants is more confusion.
I'm wondering if this will be the point where they do say live is free for everybody.
Oh, like you
There's
talked
more
about
core.
like last week or 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Or the core is just games, but everyone gets live no matter what. I think that would give them some good word of mouth there.
Yeah. I don't know, but I am super curious, and I'm gonna somehow have to multitask that while seeing actual video games in human form in person. So yeah.
See, this is why I stopped my discussion during Charisma Devil's question earlier in the thing, because I think this is, where Xbox was hinting that they're going to be dropping new title information coming up. It wasn't going to be a PAX East.
Yeah.
So-
Or maybe it is. And then they talk about it during the showcase before the news hits the wire. Maybe they drop it on the Friday. Like there's booths that sometimes in the past have not unveiled until the Friday. So yeah, you never know.
Right. Some of the confirmed games that they're going to be talking about are Stranger Than Heaven, Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl, and The Expanse Osiris Returns or Reborn. So I mean, they got some titles coming out that could be interesting to see what they are and how far out they are. So looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I mean, it says there will also be world premieres and Xbox Game Pass announcements. Does that mean that the new games are going to be coming to Xbox Game Pass, which is what they always say, or is it Xbox Game Pass as a service? There's a new announcement about that.
I took it as the latter because we all know that this shit's coming to Game Pass. So why would you make that part of your headline?
But only so world premiere could be this game by this company who we don't own is putting out something, and here's the world premiere of that. It won't be on Game Pass because not everything's on Game Pass. That nothing, things that we don't know aren't on Game Pass. So I don't know.
Right. I'm
Guess
looking
we'll
at.
see.
I don't think it's changes to the Game Pass environment, the platform itself. I'm looking at announcements because it is the Xbox partner preview. It's not. It's about who their partners are and what they're going
That's
to be
true.
offering us.
Yeah,
So
good point.
I don't see them announcing any changes to the pay structure or the tiers or anything like that. I just see it all as games and games alone. So that's just me. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
You've been wrong before.
I have been wrong lots of times.
Oh, I know. You probably hear that at home too. So
I do. Often.
All the time.
Uh,
Ah.
All right, next story.
It's funny because it's true. I digress. Former Xbox boss is reportedly making a phone for Amazon 12 years after the first effort failed. This is just WTF type of story to me. I'm like, I'm like, it's a saturated market as it is with the big players. The little guys don't ever really pan out to last long. But hey, this guy's gonna try again 12 years later and see if he can
I
make
think
a
if
phone.
anybody could make a phone right now that would maybe compete, it's probably Amazon, just because they can sell it for nothing and they can probably put free Prime Video on it and free Kindle and all that stuff.
Yeah. And it's Jay Allard of all people. So,
Jay
yes,
Allard,
the king of
Diablo fame.
No. Jay Allard was the original Xbox guy. The guy that was super old and had gray hair, but then he decided to shave his head and put on the black turtleneck and the black suit, and he looked young and cool, even though he wasn't.
I just meant Diablo. There was a character in Diablo that was like a. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Okay. Nice.
It was Jay Allard, like named Jay Allard.
Okay. He succeeded at the Xbox, and then he failed miserably at the Zune, and then he disappeared, or they disappeared him, one or the other.
Honestly,
he has reappeared.
Yes.
And
He's
just to get back to
respawned.
the phone,
Somehow he has returned.
And just to circle back around to the phone, I don't know if I really want an Amazon phone.
No.
Like, I already have Amazon popping up products for me to purchase just by listening to my Amazon Alexa or whatever at home. Like, all of a sudden, I'm going to have a phone in my pocket, and it's going to know my GPS location of everywhere I go and everything I talk
you've
about.
purchased.
I'm going to be buying stuff without even freaking knowing. Like, oh, here's another thing from Prime. Oh, here's another thing. Oh, by the way, we're sending this 24 hours. You'll have it in the morning.
Maybe I'll go back to flip phones.
Maybe it's smart by Amazon putting out a phone because it's going to be, it's going to streamline us more into that,
That
whatever you want
ecosystem?
is at your hand.
Yeah.
Drones are going to be following your phone around to drop products to you right there in the spot as you're talking about them for the first time ever.
Yeah, you could be in the middle of a disc golf course and be like, I wish I had that fucking awesome disc golf disc, and then the next hole this drone comes down and drops it off to you. Yeah, it could happen.
Might be the perfect use of this.
Now Selden's all in on this phone.
Oh, I want one now. Come on, sign me up.
Yeah, no, I'm iPhone for life. Yep. Yeah, not going for this.
Yeah. iPhone since like 2009 or whenever the first 3GS came out. For me.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been in the ecosystem all the way. So, all right. So it seems like none of us have interest in this, but it's cool that it exists once again.
Is it? Is it though?
It might be.
No.
At least I assume that this is going to run some Android bullshit. So at least it goes up against the Shitzel 9 or 10 or whatever the Shitzel's at. It goes against the Samsung GUI Jizz 6 or 7 or 8 or whatever that is. The ones that exploded on planes. Yeah, all of those phones that suck.
I would say anytime there's more competition, that's good, in my opinion, just because it could help keep some costs down for the other stuff, but we'll see.
All right. Then next story.
Nintendo reportedly planning revised Switch 2 model with replaceable battery in the EU. Um, if this implemented, the users could replace the batteries in the console and the Joy-Con 2 controllers. I think we saw this coming for a while because they had something out in 2023, a law that said users need to be able to, uh, or they need to make access to batteries
Yeah,
possible
yeah.
in all portable devices, which so they can replace them and things like that. And I think that that's great. And I mean, it makes will make products less sleek looking because you'll see doors for batteries and stuff,
Yeah.
but then you can replace them. I think that's really good. I mean, technically you can replace them. It's just hard. I mean, I've
Yeah.
done it in mine, but it's annoying and it should just be like pop in, pop out type of thing. So I
Oh,
think this is a really, really good thing,
yeah.
and I'm happy about it. I mean, and I mean, the EU doesn't sell as much as the US does, of course, but if they want to cut down on costs of making two different types of things, they may eventually just bring it over to us as well.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff from Europe laws gets over here just because products are easier to make as one instead of having to make two different types. So we'll see. But if it comes over here, then that's great because it's easier to replace for me, and I'm for it.
Well, see, I
Don't you
see
guys?
this even in a different angle. Like, it doesn't affect me because my Switch 2 never gets used and it's always plugged in. But
It's true.
let's say you were going on a camping trip and you were taking your Switch 2. You could actually own a second battery and have that charged and then have
Yep.
a hot swap battery. Not just for like, oh, my battery's end of life and I got another one. Now you could just have two that you're rocking all the time. Like,
Yep.
double your
I
off the
mean,
grid battery life. Yeah.
I don't really see there's any downside to it other than just maybe it could look a little uglier on the outside of the system, but who really cares? I don't know.
But they could sell more batteries. Like, it seems
Yeah.
like that's the upside.
Well, it'd probably be third parties selling batteries, but they might sell batteries as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
But the
know.
European, I mean, the good thing is the European Union is on the forefront of this waste e-cycle that they're trying
That's
to
how
combat.
that's how we
And
got the
it's
USB-C on the iPhone. Yes.
right. And so, like, I applaud them for doing this, and I think this is a great move because now you're not going to have people if their battery gets fucking bloated and pops that they can now pop this out and put a new one in and continue using that same device rather than that carbon footprint that's going to be going to the wasteful the waste dump or something like that. So, good for them. I think it's a good move. I like it.
Now, the funny thing is, if you think about laptops, original laptops always had a removable battery. And then
Yep.
they went to the integrated battery, and now everyone's
Yep.
back to the hey, you need to have something removable. So,
Well, the integrated battery was partially because they didn't want you to. I mean, whatever knows the reason, but partially it was just to make things slimmer. And
yes, yeah,
if you have a removable battery, all the connections that are needed
yeah,
to
yeah.
have a removable battery make the thing thicker, and everything had to be so thin and so slim. And iPhone just put out the slim iPhone recently. It's like,
That
how thin do things need to
that's the one that
be?
Tiff has. She didn't
These,
go for the big boy. She has
but
that one that
how thin does something need to be? We don't. I
she
mean, we
says
have
it's too thin.
hands. Hands have to. Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Tiff.
Yeah.
I mean, even laptops, like I'm gonna someday get a new MacBook, and I don't need it to be super thin. It's funny because the one I have right now is from 10 years ago, and it is pretty thin, and they kept getting thinner and thinner even after that. And then more recently, I went to an Apple store and I checked out the new laptops, and they're actually thick as mine or a little bit thicker because they finally went, okay, we don't need to be super super thin. It needs to be functional. And I don't think they have removable batteries actually, but
No, they still
that would
don't.
be
No.
nice. They
No.
probably still don't, but they finally got off the whole everything has to be as thin as possible kick, which I like because at a certain point, it doesn't matter that it's thinner, and being thinner really hinders you in a lot of ways, I think, in certain situations. So
Just as
anyway,
much as it's a MacBook.
Yeah.
Hinders you all sorts of ways.
well, let's see. I can dual boot, so I can do both, and so I can do Windows or I can do Mac.
But do you though?
Yes, I
No.
do actually,
Okay.
and I log it remotely to my other PC, which I do more often probably because then I can do two different things at once. Anyway.
You can watch twice as much YouTube porn.
Yes, yes. He's
Can
got it.
process on 2 different systems at the same time,
No,
which I
you
can't
just
really
watch
do
one
this.
with each eye. Yes, yes.
It's like the guy from what's that movie? Anyway, moving on.
All right, next story. A Minecraft theme park will open in London in 2027. Now, who would have thought that this would be a story in 2026? This game has been around forever. It was designed to look like a game that was around 30 years before that. But there's going to be a roller coaster there. There's going to be some Minecraft themed foods. There's going to be a very blocky appearance to the park. It maybe in London this is kind of more of a thing. Like it's not a huge theme park. It's a smaller footprint park with a limited number of rides and
Kind of like the Nintendo World things that they open.
yeah, where it's kind of
around
like part
country.
of the part of another park kind of thing. Except this one's just the Minecraft part and it's just standalone because London's doesn't have a huge amount of open space. It's interesting. I didn't have this on my bingo card as something we wanted or needed or that was coming, but Shadow, you have younger kids. Would they
My
be
kids would
interested in this?
love this. Yes, they would very much. Oh, it also says Minecraft Dungeons 2 game is official,
No?
which cool. Yeah, they would love this, and they would have loved to go to the Nintendo World when we were at Universal, but it was too crazy still. It's going to take probably a couple more years before that dies down, so you can actually get on rides in a regular amount of time. But they would love this. There's some sort of Minecraft thing going to be here in Chicago soon. This
Like a
summer, I
pop
think in
up?
like June. Sort of bigger than that. It's like Minecraft World type thing. It's almost like an installation
Oh, okay.
that you can go. Yeah, so that'll be fun. But yeah, they'll love it. My daughter's still into Minecraft a lot. My son is gets back into it every once in a while, especially because she's been into it. So he sort of goes in and does his thing, and then they play together, which is nice. Same as Stardew
That's so
Valley, which they
sweet.
also
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
It is
Yeah,
so sweet.
yeah. I mean, they're like
Ugh.
4.5 years apart, so it's getting to the point where, I mean, there was this time when they definitely did not, and now they're sort of in the middle range where they're both still kind of young. I mean, she's young and he's kind of young, and so they can still play together. Once he gets to a couple more years, he's gonna not be playing with his sister, but for
Yeah.
now,
Eh,
he will.
take
But yeah,
advantage of it
they would
while you
love
can.
this. Yeah, they would love this, and it's too bad that it's over there and not here because we would take them.
Yeah, this just sounds like one of those it does sound like a pop-up park, when you first see it. And I just see it getting beat in, like, because anything with square edges is gonna get fucking just destroyed. Like, if it's smooth edges, shit it stays around a little bit longer. But like if your benches are all squared, if your walls and your aisles to get into the rides, like the whole corners are gonna get rubbed off and shit like that. It's because it looks. I think it's just gonna down get degraded pretty quick. But that's just.
I mean, there's no way they're going to be sharp corners. They'll be rounded. They'll just kind of look like they're square.
But
Yeah.
I could see myself riding a minecart roller coaster. That would be fun.
Yeah. Looks like the new DLC for it comes out tomorrow. Well, tomorrow from today, which is the 24th. And my kids are off this week, so they'll be playing that, I'm sure.
Nice. All right.
All right.
Next
Right.
story.
Sure. It looks like Ubisoft is joining the ranks of laying people off. Ubisoft ends development at Tom Clancy's studio, Red Storm. Now, the Tom Clancy series and Rainbow Six, I've wanted to love these series. When they first came out, they were great. Loved them. And I've really wanted to love each iteration that comes out, but I find myself playing each iteration less and less. It's just, they haven't innovated enough, and it just really hasn't progressed as well as it should. So maybe sunsetting those titles is a good idea, but unfortunately, a lot of things are going to be taken down with it. It's already, because they already had the Division Heartland series that they canceled there. I think there was a Splinter Cell VR game that was canceled.
There was a time when Tom Clancy games were like all that was coming out of Ubisoft. So
yeah. But I mean, the studio is still going to remain open. They're laying off, looks like 110, 105 people. But the studio is going to stay open with their Snowdrop engine. They're still going to support games such as like Star Wars Outlaws and Avatar Frontier Pandora. So we still may see some things coming out of the studio, but unfortunately, they're downsizing significantly. And unfortunately, there's 105 people that are going to be looking for jobs. So
I forgot he died like a long 13 years ago. He died.
Yes.
He was only 66. I don't know what happened. I didn't look it up, but it's still the fact that it was still even around that much longer after he was gone and not writing anything new is kind of crazy to me. So, I mean, I'm glad it's lasted for those people who liked it as long as it did. I never played a Tom Clancy game. It didn't seem like it was my thing, so I just never really bothered. But I know a lot of people love him, so I'm sorry for those people. And especially the Division. I know that started out rough, or the Division 2, I think, started out rough and then it got
Division
better.
1 came off hot. Division 2 set in DC was a lot
Yeah, that was a
lackluster.
push. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they might have righted the ship there at some point. I thought that's what I heard, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I mean they've definitely made improvements to it, and Steam sales and things like that made it bump up in numbers every now and then, and people would go back to it and play, but it just never had the same hold that the New York City version one did.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess all good things must come to an end, and he's not around anymore to write more anything, so probably good as time as any.
Yep. All right, last story.
This is like my worst story ever. It involves AI in a game I've never played and barely even heard about. Pearl Abyss forgot to mention it used generative AI to create assets for Crimson Desert. So yeah, they're going to go in and do an audit to identify and remove all generative AI assets, even though I don't know how they're going to do that unless people put when people code things so they have like a signature on each one to know that it was made by them. I don't know. Like, how would you even know?
a lot of it was, I think there was like posters on the walls and buildings that were elongated height wise and just out of proportion.
Things had the wrong number of fingers.
You're right.
Yeah,
so
2D visual props. Okay.
So they screwed up by not removing those assets, or
yeah,
even if they just acknowledged it up front, it seems like it would have been better. But they, I don't think they denied that they used it. I think they just forgot to mention that they did use it. So
they said they claimed it always intended to remove those assets before launch to ensure the final project aligned with its quality standards and creative direction. Sounds like maybe they were like placeholders and they meant to like code over them or to do something else, but they just didn't because maybe time crunch came around and they just forgot. I don't know, or they had to get it out and then they decided they just ask for forgiveness later and then do it and then if it got noticed. But
sometimes there's shit that just doesn't require you to go back and change. It's like, fuck it, it's fine.
yeah.
Like if I would have stopped playing Doom when the fucking assets got shitty, it would have been bad. And I would never be where I am today.
No, that's your style. Yeah.
That's your style.
Who knew?
So they're going to be rolling those out in upcoming patches and blah, blah, blah. They're
paying people to do stuff that they already stole. Yep. Yeah.
They're going to fix it because people saw it and now they have to fix it.
Yep.
The end.
Yeah. All right.
This isn't going to end here. It's going to continue to go on with other games that are using
so many
placeholders. So it's like,
and then eventually people are just going to not care anymore.
Yeah.
They're just going to not take them out.
Yep. All right. Well, I guess that wraps up gaming news. If you have stories you want us to talk about next week, give us a call, 773-527-2961. Email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. You can also comment on this episode's thread in the Tool to Play homepage. And sponsors.
If we had them, we'd pimp them, but we don't. So, however, we won't.
But if you want to sponsor the show, you heard the number, 773-527-2961. Email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com, and we'll negotiate something with you. We'll sell your goods. We'll do our best.
We'll try.
Hitman is super live in the chat right now, just shitting on everything about the show.
Let's say hi,
Everybody
Hitman!
kicking over the chess pieces and just shitting all over it.
Yeah.
That's because I was in his chat last night on his stream, and he was playing Marathon, and the game kept crashing on him, and I was kind of ripping on Marathon.
That's kind of like our
And
restream
Bungie.
right now, because our video's live everywhere except on Twitch, where it's only audio for some reason. So yes.
Oh, weird.
He said this place is being held up with masking tape. Then he also said the overlay is butchered. Poor Shadow. Because your font is different. Yeah, this is what I
and that's not even my Twitter, because I don't have Twitter anymore.
Yeah, this is
Come back, kid, help us out.
So speaking of Twitter, Twitter us up. You can find everything Tool Player at twitter.com/toolplay. Everything podcast is at twitter.com/still_got_game. Facebook the fuck out of us. Facebook.com/tool-to-play. We also have a YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/tool-to-play. That's where to find all kinds of video content from Tool to Play. It is your on-demand library, whether it's fabulous shows like Hits Quick Hits, shows like Thick and Thin with LB and Duty, whether it's shows like this, Still Got Game, whether it's Selden's Cam Show, whether it's Tiff's Immature Interviews, they are all on there. Every episode is up and available to you on demand. So go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/tool-to-play, and subscribe. Please rate and review the podcast in iTunes or any of these other services. Give us 5 stars. Take down my videos. You'll hear from my lawyer, is what he's saying. Please rate and review the podcast in iTunes. Give us 5 stars. On Android, give us 5 Androidiots. On Amazon, give us 5 Bezoses. Please go there and just give us 5 of whatever, the highest number of things, and write a little something nice if you have the extra time. We have a Discord channel. That's discord.me/stillgotgame. I repeat, that's discord.me/stillgotgame. I'm not going to advertise for Twitch because they're blowing our show right now and we're getting flack from it. So go to Discord and chat with the show hosts, chat with fans of the show, chat with everyone involved, everyone that loves the show, everyone that hates the show, everyone that was a former host of the show that all of a sudden showed up in chat tonight. He's always welcome back, by the way. We can always have you back, Hit. We would love to have you join us. But yes, so definitely go to discord.me/stillgotgame, join up and join the community and have a Discord with us. So Selden, you got anything you want to pimp this week?
You can find me and all my socials over on my Linktree account. That's linktr.ee/Selden007. There you can find links to all my charities, all my purposes that I'm get behind. If you're looking for disc golf supplies, you can always follow the link to Dolphin Discs, and we use my team code of Selden to get 10% off on any purchases there. Also, I'm going to be updating my Linktree account. I'm going to put a link right to my buddy Hitman's Twitch TV channel. That's I6_Hitman on Twitch. You can go watch him play some great games every night, almost. If not every night, you can catch his clips that he.
You are such an ass kisser.
So, go visit our buddy I6Hitman.
All right, Selden has sold out. He probably texted Hit and was like, "Jump in chat now."
Oh, jeez.
How about you? What do you got to pimp?
I don't know, man. I got my link tree as well, Brian S. Emmerich. If you want to check out my stuff there, you can. Still Women's History Month, so pimp that for sure. I don't know. I haven't had time to think about it, but do what you think is right. That's what I say. Derek, how about you?
Well, all of my shit and all of the show shit is at linktree/Derek Nolan. That's linktr.ee/Derek Nolan. Everything that we talk about here, all the charities we've mentioned in the past. You, I can't even watch the chat anymore. It's becoming distracting. So all of the charities that we've talked about over the last couple of months are still in there. I am going to add the Claddagh Fund, which I meant to add last week before I went to see the drop kicks. But I will be putting that in there as well. You're bound to find some charity in there that means something to you, that you want to help and support. And that's really what's most important, is that if you have extra money, you're putting it to something that means something to you, and not something that a certain, a guilt that you feel during a given month because it's a month for a certain charity. You can give to any charity any month you want, especially if it's something that means something to you. So definitely go ahead and do that. I guess before we wrap up, I want to remind you all that you can join us each and every Monday night, especially next week, before Easter and Canadian Easter.
Are they two different Easters?
It doesn't exist, but I tried to throw Hitman a bone there. Each and every Monday
they don't
night.
have the Easter Bunny up there in Canada.
No, it's too cold. Every Monday night, live at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, at youtube.com/tooltoplay, facebook.com/tooltoplay, twitch.tv/still_game if they're showing video, and kick.com/stillgotgame. And on that, why don't we wrap this? Yeah, there's still a streak going, episode up. I am Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
Oh, I am Chris Unmuted Seldon 007 Seldon.
And I'm I6 Hitman. I mean, Brian Shadow Emmerich.
And we'll see you next week for our Easter week show for all of the Easters.